Oh, it don't matter.
Yeah. Did a study on the 1918 pandemic.
Right.
Which wasn't a pandemic truly.
Right.
Because what actually started that whole what went on there was Minnesota soldiers in the fall of 1917.
Right.
And it was about a vaccine that soldiers were being given in and around wartime.
Right.
Okay? So, after Spanish flu was just a false flag. Right? Oh, look over here. Meanwhile, it started over here.
Oh, you mean the Spanish flu?
Yeah, that was the 1918 pandemic.
Right.
Okay? So they did a study on this, and they looked at the autopsies of victims. And they found out, and autopsy reports and whatnot.
Yeah.
They found out that most of the 5 million people who died in the 1918 pandemic,
right,
called the Spanish flu, don't have a better name.
Yeah.
It should have been called whoever the company was at the time that manufactured and created the vaccines.
Right.
So they did that.
Yes.
How they find out was because the autopsy showed that the nose and mouth bacteria was in people's lungs. They died from secondary bacterial infections caused by face coverings.
Oh.
Staph, which is impetigo. Right?
That's why I change mine all the time.
Strep. You know what happens in 20 minutes?
What?
In 20 minutes,
Yeah.
you grow a farm inside that thing.
In 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Got a farm, eh? Wow. A farm of bacteria, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. This is very tricky. Very tricky indeed.
There's a whole pile of little things that are all working in conjunction toward the bigger plan, right?
Right.
Everybody knows there's a plan, they just don't understand the depth
Of the plan.
Oh, you could use that bucket if you need to for the water too. That's why I pulled out the red one.
Trying to get this rag out of there. Okay.
There was a rag in there?
Well, probably clothing.
Probably.
Clothes. Like a sock or something. Sock.
It's a sponge.
Yeah.
That's what happens when men do laundry, right?
Huh. Hey! I think you just insulted us. I'm not sure. I'll get back to you on that.
My daughter, because socks don't end up in the sink with me.
Yeah. I know
I
how.
haven't had laundry working for multiple weeks because my other machine, which I just bought 6 months ago, broke.
You're kidding.
So this is another new one. Yeah, the other one was pregnant.
Oh, jeez.
So, okay, so Fauci did the study, and I say it the way I normally type it out online.
Right.
I'm educating everybody. So in 2008, Fauci did a co-authored, reviewed study in the Lancet that says that they found out that 1918 people died from secondary bacterial infections. They did not die from the virus.
Oh.
So they died from the efforts they made to restrict the virus themselves from acquiring the virus.
Oh, I see.
So that was masks, right?
Right.
And face coverings back in those days, because not everybody had masks. They weren't being produced.
Yes.
Except for hospitals and stuff like that.
Right.
I had somebody say to me, "We didn't even have masks back then." I said, "We're not talking about the 1600s. Can you please wake up?"
Yeah.
And actually, you're too stupid for me to talk to anyway, because if you don't know that in 1918 they had masks.
Oh, there we go. Better sock this time.
2 of them?
2 of them. That was a good one.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff them on top of those if they stink, and they're going to have to. But my sink wasn't working for the longest, thing wasn't working for the longest time, so probably when we just started doing the laundry was when that worked.
Oh, we're running now.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So when you look at that, so we already know now that Fauci knows that if you wear face masks all the time, it kills people, right?
Right.
Causes staph, strep, and bacterial pneumonia.
Right.
Right now, the children, we have an endemic bacterial pneumonia. It's not from a virus.
Right.
Okay. So now you take all those old people in the nursing homes, right?
Oh, yes.
That are already in corrupt nursing homes. Do you know
Right.
why we cannot get legislation passed on those nursing homes?
Why?
Because they're owned by some very big companies that some of them are connected to China
Right.
and big pockets for lobbying, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so because my family was one of the group with 110 recommendations that only a handful got actually used. Because they
Oh,
sure as hell didn't up the numbers of people in the hospitals
right.
to work with the individuals and help them from feeling stressed and alone. And somebody
Right.
comes in the morning and feeds you breakfast for 10 minutes and
Yeah.
runs out again. Somebody comes in and gives you a bath for 10 minutes, runs out again, and the rest of the day you're alone.
Right.
Especially if you're not making them get you up and put into a wheelchair now with the crowd.
Right.
Even then there's no activities. And most of them aren't. I don't. Went through this with my mother, went through this with my grandmother. So when my grandmother was going into nursing homes, that's when we found some abuse, massive amounts of abuse. I did, my uncle did, we all got together. And
You don't mean like physical abuse. You mean
Yep.
like
bruises
physical?
all up and down her arms,
Oh.
Right?
Oh, my gosh.
and she had a little tiny thing compared to me.
Yeah.
And she's in her 80s,
Oh, my gosh.
and things were fine once we moved her out of another group, that nursing home,
Yeah.
and into another one out in the West End that was more private.
Right.
There was better conditions living out there.
Right.
And
More private, but funded by
no,
No.
not funded by the government.
No.
Those are the ones that are funded that are, see, it's not so much that they're funded by the government,
Yeah.
okay? It's that they have a lot of people in there that might be on old age pension,
Right.
okay? So there's only a certain amount of money that the government will actually put $1,600 a month or something
Right.
that they will actually pay towards the nursing home. Because when you get those people going to nursing homes,
Yeah.
they get less than $100 left at the end of the month.
Right.
Toiletries, clothing, pay for a cell phone.